Hello, my friends. This is going to be messages from your twin flames. So if you don't resonate with twin flames, you probably will not resonate with this reading. And if you are someone who, is very against their twin flame and energetically you don't want them back, then do yourself a favor and do not watch this reading, because this reading is meant for, people who have surrendered to the twin flame journey and want to connect with their counterpart in the 5D. So, I feel like if you're going to listen to this message, you're probably someone who believes in the twin flame connection and is here to help feel more connected to your person in the 5D. That's the point. So if you are someone who doesn't want to hear from your ex, this is not your reading. Don't even waste your energy. And if you're someone who's against the twin flame journey, it doesn't mean that everybody else has to be. So let's respect the people in my comment section who have that unconditional love for their twin flame and are open to what the world, the universe is bringing them. But yeah, let's get into it. So we'll see how your counterpart is feeling about you. So let's have a look, my friends. Right away, a card came up. We have telepathic messages. 5D. Your person. It amazes me when we say the same things at the same time or finish each other's sentences. Beautiful. So you and this person could message each other at the same time. They could, or you could just finish each other's sentences. We have communication. I wish I could say what I really feel. Someday I will, but right now I'm afraid to be myself. So if you look at the picture, we see that masculine looking at that feminine's beauty, not wanting to reveal how they really feel yet. They're not ready. The fact that it's 9, this person could have evolving to do before they can communicate it. The twin flame connection, I said it in one of the readings I just did, is not about, oh look, yin and yang nil. Anyway, it's not about union. It's about you both evolving into your higher selves and you finding your soul path. The point of the twin flame connection is meant to wake the both of you up. So when people get fixated on the outcome of union, that's when they lose their way, because they get frustrated that union isn't coming. And then they're like, well, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. And anyway, it's more about the relationship you have with yourself and healing yourself. And that's what people don't understand. That's the real point of the journey. Twin flame connections are meant to heal generational trauma. They're meant to heal cycles that have been passed generation through generation through generation through generation, so that it no longer happens to the following generations. I am someone who can see my childhood trauma in my own kids, and I don't want their kids to experience that. Like, my kids are afraid of things that I was afraid of when I was a kid, even though they've never had that experience. So, some of the experiences I had when I was young that weren't happy, my kids are now afraid of, even though they've never experienced them. Does that make sense? Anyway, that's the whole point. It's to change the world. And it's so easy for people just to say, that's a bunch of crap. Or, I don't want that. That's not love. It actually is love. It's the deepest kind of love, and it's the most challenging. Anyway, and you find yourself through it. I am walking proof of that. Your person. Please send me energetic support. Use the frequency of love to uplift me, because I need your help. And so often when counterparts are in separation, there's resentment. The feminine can sometimes be quite resentful, especially in distorted feminine energy. And it's saying that this person needs some of your support. I feel like this person may be going through lessons right now. 5, they could be going through some type of very stressful change in their life. Your person, what do they want to say? I know the universe works in mysterious ways, but sometimes I judge this situation instead of surrendering to it. I was just saying, a lot of people judge the twin flame connection. Like, I had somebody in my comment section the other day. Sorry, but I removed you. who was like, this isn't real love. Anybody in this comment section, you deserve better. Yeah, you do. But there's a deep spiritual meaning to counterpart connections, and I am on a counterpart connection, and part of my mission, which I didn't know, was to help awaken other people on that journey, or help other people on that journey. So I'm not just somebody who, oh yeah, twin flames, blah, blah, blah. I've been through it. I'm on the twin flame journey, and I can tell you that I'm a completely different person now than I was when I met my counterpart. And I judged the situation, like, for example, when your person has a karmic, or when your person is pushing you away, you want to judge it, you know, instead of just surrendering to it. You want to justify it. You want to, I've been on that up and down. I can't believe I let myself in this again. Like, I'm so crazy. That person is this, that, labels. Anyway. It's easier to judge than it is to surrender to the twin flame journey. It truly is. It's easier to give up than it is to surrender. Surrender brings us together faster than resistance. And that's what I tell people. If you're angry at your twin flame, or you're resisting the lessons, you know, I'm here to tell you, I've learned some very harsh lessons on my counterpart journey about myself that I never would have learned without the counterpart journey. And now that I know those things about myself, I've turned them into power. Like, they're no longer shadows, if that makes sense. Anyway, somebody asked me what surrendering means. It means that you surrender the outcome. You no longer push the twin flame dynamic away. You no longer chase it. You just surrender to yourself. You surrender to your own healing journey, your life path, your soul mission, being the best person you can be, learning about yourself, healing your own shadows. That's what surrender is. It's surrendering the outcome. If you're giving up the journey, you're not surrendering the outcome. You're giving up the journey, you know? If you're closing down that path, like, I'm not going to go down that path anymore, you're not surrendering. Surrendering would be like, I'm going to surrender to this, and I don't care if that person comes back or not. Anyway, we have mirrors, and this is so symbolic. I've watched you change and grow so much. I'm trying to release my attachment to identity so that I can change too. And we see this masculine in the background watching this feminine grow and evolve. Like I said, when I met my counterpart, I was not like this. I didn't laugh. I wasn't confident. I didn't believe I deserved anything. I was unhealthy. I had lots of shadows. I was just existing in a world that I didn't understand. And now I know who I am. Now I'm happy to be in my own company. Now I feel confident. And I'm the type of person that I thought I was going to feel ugly and invisible for the rest of my life, forever. I used to cry. I used to cry to my therapist that I would never know what it felt like to be relaxed and happy with myself. So there is, as someone who's surrendered, there is so much from this journey for you. It really is about you. It's not about union. It's about you and your relationship to your higher self and to spirit. Some twin flames come into your life, wake you up, and then you don't see them again. But the lucky ones, I'm hearing Lucky Ones by Ben Folds, I think. I'm not sure. We are the lucky ones. Interesting. The ones who are lucky learn about themselves, find their path, and then their masculine is energetically called to heal and find their path, and then they come back together. So you two are mirrored souls. We have communication. I wanted to send you a message today, but I was afraid to. I don't know if you want to hear from me or if I can say the right things to you. So this person is thinking about reaching out, but they're still unsure of what to say. So they're not going to reach out until they know what to say. And that shows like that they're still working on themselves, you know, and you don't want them coming in before they've worked on themselves, because then it will just repeat the cycle. This person needs to change, as you need to change as well. I am walking home to you. I am not sure where I am on the path, but I am walking it. 6, Lovers energy. And we see this Knight of Pentacles energy. Maybe your person plays guitar. That person does have a guitar on their back. I'm not going to give in to fear. I know fear is only an illusion. Beautiful. It's hard to surrender to this journey. It's hard to believe in something you can't see, you know. Take it from someone who was married when she met her. Well, I'm still married, but I was married when I met my counterpart, and I was not expecting it. And it's a very scary journey. It's very scary to believe in something that you have no physical evidence of. But I did. And now, because I did, years later, I can see the change. I can see the growth, and I believe in this journey. I am someone who believes in it, and I think the best counterpart readers are the ones who have lived it and who have experienced these changes. As a counterpart, I was very hesitant anytime I turned on a reader who would talk about counterparts and then say, but I've never met my twin flame, you know. I don't believe in the twin flame journey, but they talk about it. The counterpart reader I listen to has lived the counterpart journey, has been through the healing, the rebirth, the burning the karma, like everything I've learned from that reader. And she was a huge guide to me, still is. When I let myself go deeper into thoughts of you, I can feel my heart opening. Undeniable connection. You think about each other all the time, and space and time actually makes that worse. So when you're in separation, that's when they long for you the most. Oh my gosh, I was just gonna say that is magic. When I was talking about this, I was listening to a thing this morning about how it's a connection that makes no logical sense. It transcends space and time or whatever. It makes no logical sense. It makes no sense to anybody except the person in the connection. And what I was going to say is it intensifies during separation. And I immediately saw someone Googling, why can't I stop thinking about this person from my past? And seeing that it's 333, seeing that it's 222 on the timer, 333 time. Anyway, and I saw someone like learning about twin flames. And then the next card, I've been learning about twin flames. It feels right to me. So this is someone who's very aware. I don't know if they're awakened to twin flames, but they're aware that there's a special connection here. And, you know, maybe they've Googled it. Like, what does this mean? Interesting. I've been thinking about making readings targeted towards masculines on the run. I'm not talking about gender. You know, when I was doing private readings, a lot of the counterpart readings that I did where it was a masculine, they were in the feminine energy and the feminine was in the masculine energy. I'm talking about like, I feel like, you know, Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. I just think that it would be huge if, and there are some masculines who are trying to help divine masculines, but I just think it would be huge if more masculines started stumbling upon tarot and that kind of thing and learning about this, because it would make so much more sense to them. That's what I think anyway. I think knowledge is power. And when I started learning about this, it made me feel more powerful about the things that I was going through. Anyway, so your person could be learning about twin flames. Very interesting. I think two people who know what twin flames are and know how to work with the energy can come into union faster. And that's why I have a dream that more masculines, more divine masculines will find guidance, you know. Anyway, I know some masculines, divine masculines, who have gone on to coach other divine masculines, which I think is amazing. I love that. Anyway, maybe if I start doing the readings, they'll come. If you build it, they will come. We have communication. So we have you show up in my dreams. It helps me process buried memories. So you could be, one thing that happens between twin flames is that they have dreams about each other. And sometimes it could be about the triggering things. So you could be someone who dreams about bad times with your counterpart, you know, and it helps you process those memories without rehashing them in the 3D. if that makes sense. Sometimes some of the smaller issues you and your person do resolve in the 5D, in the dream world, without you even knowing. The other thing that happens is sometimes you'll have dreams about them to kind of awaken you to them again. So you'll have, like, I can see this person having a dream about you where they wake up and it feels like they just saw you and they can feel your energy again. It's meant to, you know, ignite some energy into this connection. There are messages being exchanged through music and movies. Listen carefully and trust what you hear. Another thing I was hesitant to believe in, but man, it is the truth. You may be someone, I bet your person is constantly bombarded with times on the clock that remind them of you, maybe your birthday date on the clock. I feel like when they sit down to watch TV, there's people that look like you, there's people with your name. I told my Patreon the other day, maybe it was this actually YouTube, but when I met my counterpart, all of a sudden I started seeing their name everywhere and like signs everywhere. Also, counterparts communicate through music. So if you're hearing certain songs over and over again, or in a show in the background, or the lyrics stand out to you in a song, message from your person. There's a lesson to be learned from this Hierophant energy. So everything that's happening between you is meant to teach you something. There's a lesson in everything, every interaction with your counterpart. When we're talking, things just come out of my mouth, and afterwards, I'm not even sure why I've said them. This one. So some of you could resonate with this, where your person just opened up to you about really intimate things. Maybe you opened up to them. The other thing that this card points to is communication, like kind of losing yourself in communication. So one thing that happened to me is I went through a lesson with like the Knight of Swords energy, where I would intensely, like, emotionally react with words. And I'm telling you, I didn't even feel like myself. Like, I didn't even feel like myself. At one point, like, one of my kids overheard me talking to my counterpart, and they're like, "Mommy, you don't sound anything like yourself." We've never heard you talk like that. Very intense. It's very intense. It's meant to rip you open and break you down, so that you can be reborn as the phoenix and cycles and patterns. Oftentimes, counterparts trigger each other's karmic wounds so that they can be healed once and for all. You know, I'll keep using myself as an example. For example, I'm still with my partner in a platonic sense, in a co-parenting sense, but in 13 years, that was when I met my counterpart. In 13 years of marriage, my partner had never pushed back against me when I acted in unhealthy ways. So like when I was triggered and I would act like my dad, my partner would just be like, he'd just avoid me. And then when I finally realized what I was, and I would apologize, he would say, "Oh, that's okay." And I never had to, I never had to look at myself in those ways. And then when I met my counterpart, all those wounds were triggered, and I had to truly look at myself. And anyway, years. It can take years, my friends. Years. Oh, I didn't even read the cards that came out. Hang on. Words have hurt me in the past, and that's why I fear talking to you. So maybe you were triggered and said something. Maybe this person became triggered and is afraid to have that side of them come out again. The lion, think of the lion in the strength card. It's like this person brings out your softest, most feminine sides, but also your deepest, wounded ego side, the lion. Rawr! I'm going through physical, emotional ascension symptoms. I need space to rest, but from a higher perspective, I'm releasing old energy. So this could be someone who's not feeling well right now. They could be having migraines. They could be feeling tired. They could have a cold because they're going through an awakening. Interesting. I'm just going to go to another part. We have a past life connection. Memories are surfacing either consciously or subconsciously. So this is the thing about counterparts, is you can trigger each other based on wounds from a past life. So, you know, maybe in a past life, your person, maybe you begged them to stay and they went away to war and passed away. Maybe every time in this life, when they go to leave you or go to take a trip, you have subconscious fears about that. Maybe you rejected your person in every lifetime. Maybe this person struggles with that in this lifetime. Subconscious fears from past lives do affect us. It is true. It's the reason why we have gut instincts about certain things, certain situations. This one. I care about you even when I act like I don't. I'm hiding my true feelings because I feel vulnerable. And this is, before I met my counterpart, I watched that movie, He's Just Not That Into You. And I thought, oh, it's so simple. If a guy wants to go up, he's going up. If a guy wants to date you, he'll date you. It's so simple. Programmed thinking. That's what your friends will tell you. That's what society will tell you. That's what the internet will tell you. If you see a red flag, run. But the twin flame connection, you see those red flags, and eventually you learn to heal all of those red flags within yourself. And anybody who says they don't have any red flags, are you perfect? Because I think we all have some. Part of the trick of the counterpart journey is to see your own red flags and to recognize them when they start waving, before you get triggered. Anyway, I'll just get a few more. All right, we have, I'm not happy. Karma, behaviors, people, or situations are playing a role in what's happening with me, and it's hard for me to see a way out. So I'm telling you, oftentimes in counterpart connections, when one twin is working on themselves and doing the healing and doing the things they're supposed to be doing, and the other one is running or pushing it away or denying the healing, they start to experience a lot of grief in their life. Job loss, loss of finances, loss of friends, loss of stability. I already said loss of finances, bad health, broken down vehicles, broken appliances. Again, take it from someone who knows. I can tell you guys very honestly that I went through a period of running from my twin flame connection. And when I started to run, I started to experience tower moments everywhere. And I know from doing personal readings, I know from doing these readings that whoever's running from the connection is not having a good time. They're experiencing, again, someone who's running from the twin flame connection, someone in this energy would be the type of person who would be saying things like, I swear the universe is out to get me. Like, I swear nothing ever goes right. Nothing's going right in my life. Everything goes wrong. That's a huge message from the universe that they're on the wrong path. We have a couple of karma cards here. I've been giving away my power to people in my life. I'm learning to set boundaries. So definitely this is someone who's been giving into karmic situations, whether that's a person, whether that's behaviors, addictions, third-party interferences. What we are experiencing is part of a larger collective clearing. Don't feel alone because others are healing too. And we're all in waves. So, you know, there's a wave of counterparts that I'm in. There's a wave of counterparts that you're in. And sometimes I explain this card. Imagine twin flames in little classrooms, okay? It's like you're in a classroom with people in the same wave as you. And you're experiencing a collective clearing, a collective lesson. Therefore, you may learn your lesson right away, but someone else in your collective may be slower to learn it. And when you think about school, you know, it's rare that they let kids go ahead like, oh, you've done everything. Okay, you can go on to the next grade. They have to wait for the following year, the following cycle, whatever. So this can be symbolic. Sometimes the resistance and the delays come because you're in a collective and not everybody's moving at the same pace. So, you know, it's also, this card is about not feeling alone in this journey, because there's lots of us out there who have invested and surrendered to this connection, and we know we won't judge you. Find your people. I'm beginning to focus on my mission, and our connection is a part of that. So you could be someone who's working on your mission and inspiring this person to do so as well. Oh, I don't think this is another karma one. So we have 5. Past lives are influencing our connection. I've lost you in other lifetimes. That other card, remember? We have a past life connection. Memories are surfacing either consciously or subconsciously. So like I said, if you and this person, if they rejected you in every lifetime, you could be in this lifetime with a huge amount of fear of rejection because of what happened in past lives. I've lost you in other lifetimes, and that makes me afraid. I need to heal the grief to allow the love to bloom. Release that lower self. 8. Was that it? I'll just get a few more. Just a few more. I'll get 3 more. 2, 3. And we have on the bottom, my heart is opening to love and guiding me back to you. Don't listen to other people. Trust yourself to know the truth. Huge lesson, huge lesson. Everyone else will tell you that you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Everyone else will tell you, you deserve better. That person's not worth your time. There's so many other fish in the sea. But that fish holds the magic key to my healing. Whether I end up with them or not, they have the special thing that I need to heal. And muggles don't understand twin flame connections. They don't. I'm realizing this connection is something special and worth treasuring. And I want to talk to you, but I'm not sure I'm ready to share everything with you and give you the answers you deserve. So this is someone who's in like baby emperor energy. So they're thinking about coming in, but they're not feeling confident enough to make that leap. My heart just started, woo! As soon as I said they're thinking about coming in, my heart was like boom, 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 which can be symbolic of, I was experiencing that a lot in my readings, and I looked it up, and it can be very symbolic of counterparts coming back to each other. You can have irregular heartbeat. Anyway, interesting. Not that I'm saying I'm a doctor, I'm not. Don't come at me. I've been to a doctor. All right, so I'm going to use this deck, and we're going to see how your person is feeling about you. So we have the 3 of Wands in reverse. Or am I just holding the deck upside down? I'm holding the deck upside down. So we have 3 of Wands. When I cut open to check, I cut open to the Empress. So very telling. 3 of Wands does feel like this person feels like maybe you're moving on without them. It's also the energy of them wanting to come towards you, feeling inspired to come towards you. But we're going to look at it. So we're going to go, you know what we'll do? We'll just go past, present, future really quick. Past. We have the 4 of Cups. So this person maybe didn't appreciate the love you were giving them. There could have been, you could have been giving, and they didn't seem very excited by what you were giving, or they seemed, kind of like maybe they took you for granted. 4 of Cups. Yeah, we have the King of Swords and the 4 of Swords. So past energy, we do have a break. We have separation here, 4 of Swords, the need for reflection, especially with this King of Swords. So maybe you're dealing with an air sign. Maybe you were dealing with someone who, when you said, I feel like you don't appreciate me, maybe they got really intense emotions, intense words. The King of Swords can be someone who has a problem taking accountability. So it's possible that, you separated from this person because of communication issues, or because they weren't taking accountability, or because this could have been someone looking at this very logically, like not wanting to look at the emotion behind it or the spirituality behind it, 4 of Swords and the King of Swords shows this person gaining Let's see what your person is reflecting about. We have the Fool and the Page of Cups and Justice. That's interesting. They're reflecting on apologizing, Page of Cups. They're reflecting on what their intuition is telling them, Page of Cups. Their intuition seems to be guiding them to you. They're reflecting on coming towards you, the Fool, with this apology, Page of Cups and Justice. So they're reflecting on, when do I make that move? When do I make that jump? The name Elliot could be symbolic. One of my kids just yelled out, Elliot! You know, E.T., Elliot. Interesting. So near future, we have 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So I want to see what this person's doing towards you in the near future. That sounded weird. What are they doing towards you in the near future? We have the King of Spheres coming in with possibly stability without... What did I say? They could be coming in with emotional and stable energy, but perhaps you're lacking the approval of your friends or family or their friends or family. King of Pentacles, it looks like they're being slow, but they want to offer you stability here. Death and rebirth, a second chance. Without people's approval, though, I'm hearing that the two of you probably struggle with the opinions of others in this connection. Let's look at their actions towards you. Let's see their near future actions. We have Two of Wands. We have Knight of Swords. We have Six of Cups. That is so interesting. Six of Cups shows them reaching out to you, wanting to talk about old memories, wanting to reconnect with you. We have the Knight of Swords, very intense. That's chaser energy. So perhaps your person has turned from the runner to the chaser, which does happen. Eventually the feminine turns into the runner, in the sense that they don't need to chase that masculine anymore. They're fine with whatever outcome. And then that's when the masculine becomes the chaser. It does seem like this person is rushing in, telling you something. Two of Wands does show them making the decision to come towards you, making some kind of change here. What is this about? What is this about? What is this communication about? We have the Magician and Justice. There it is. There it is. That's what I thought. What are they reflecting on? And now these are their next movements. The Magician and Justice. Big movements, major arcana, important changes, important moves. And we see them communicating with you, bringing you justice, finding balance. Perhaps, you know, they're telling you all of the karma that they've been experiencing. Three of Swords in reverse, asking for forgiveness. Coming in out of isolation. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Coming out of the cold. Communication, wanting forgiveness, which is what we saw them doing. What advice do you need for this connection? What advice do you need? What advice do you need, my friends? We have the Hermit and we have the Hierophant and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse is very symbolic of getting back together. So we have... Oh, this is a very clear message, my friends. We have the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So this is a very clear message that once you both elevate into this Nine of Pentacles energy, once you're both on your soul path, walking your soul path, stepping into your higher self, that's when you have union. Hierophant energy, this is meant to teach you about yourself, you know? A lot of counterparts, when they're in the energy of surrender, they'll say, like, I don't care if we're ever together. I'm just thankful for all the lessons this person has taught me about myself and what I've accomplished since they've come into my life, even though we're not speaking, you know? So 9-9, very symbolic that the two of you need to hit that energy of soul evolution before you come back together in this Hierophant energy. It's a spiritual connection. It's meant to teach you. It's meant to test you and make you and break you and things like that. So let's just get a couple of those love cards since we are talking about counterparts, and we'll see what we need to hear. So let's go. Let's go. We have life purpose right away. So that's what I was saying. The two of you are meant to find your soul purpose, your life purpose, because of this connection. Your life purpose probably has nothing to do with your person. I don't mean like they're meant to like give you a job and that's your life purpose. I mean through the ups and downs of this connection, through the lessons, you're supposed to find your soul purpose. I feel like I've found my soul purpose. Spiritual maturity. Hierophant energy. It's meant to help you mature spiritually, find your life path, and then once you've both matured spiritually and you're both walking your path, that's when you come back together and walk the path together. So let's see what we need to hear about this counterpart connection. What do we need to hear about this counterpart connection? We have commitment. And what else? Higher level of commitment. We have emotional freedom, death and rebirth. So let's get this book. Where'd my love book go? Where's my love? Where's my love? Hang on, I need to go find it. A healthy commitment is the unshakable bedrock of a loving, secure relationship. When you truly commit to being in a loving relationship, you actually create another living entity. There is you, your partner, and then there is your relationship. You will have commitments to yourself, commitments to your partner, and commitments to the relationship. All three of these elements need ongoing love, attention, and nurturing. Naturally, it's important to consider what you are committing yourself to, and it's imperative to commit to loving the person as they appear to you in the present moment, not how you think they should be once you knock them into shape. And that's one thing about the counterpart journey, is when feminines stay in that dynamic, hoping that their person turns into their higher self, that's not the right reason for staying there, and that's when the separation happens. The separation needs to happen anyway. It's vital that you see through these delusions as well as the temptation to diminish potentially stressful habits or circumstances. In an existing relationship beset by problems, it is important to commit to your own health and well-being first. Once you are feeling more balanced, you will have more positive energy to share. Yes, spiritual maturity. Commitment can be a prison or the key to freedom and great personal growth. You have drawn this card because your angels and guides are reminding you to commit or recommit to your own happiness before you begin a new relationship or attempt to revive the one you are currently involved in. True commitment is not about trying to get more from the other person or signing contracts that hang the threat of legal recourse overhead should one of you grow in an unexpected direction. The unhealthy commitments of trying to change or rescue someone become a draining obligation in which no one can be truly happy, and that's why the separation happens. When you are ready to commit to your life and who you need to be, an appropriate love match will appear with a commitment that equals your own. Yes! And that's when you surrender to this journey, you surrender to the belief that the universe will provide you the right person for your high vibrational energy, whether that's your counterpart or someone else. That's healthy surrender, you know? Anyway, next part. This will be the last part. Shows them gaining clarity during this break. We have 4-4, and I believe the King of Swords is 14, so that's 4-4-1-4 or 4-1-4-4. That 4 and 1 could be symbolic to you. Let's see current energy between the two of you. We have the 5 of Wands, blockages. Five of Wands, blockages, arguments, separation. Not that Five of Wands represents separation, but there's definitely blockages in between you and this person. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so perhaps, you know, with the Five of Wands, it feels like this isn't moving right now. It's at a standstill because there's blockages there. Let's see near future energy between you and this person. Near future energy. Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. That's very interesting. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Cups in the upright. So it feels near future. You have this hit of emotional happiness, but not the stability. So it could be that this person comes in and says something that makes you really happy, but doesn't stay, or doesn't offer you stability. Like maybe they just come in and say, I really love you, but I can't offer you stability. The other thing that could happen is this person could be coming in with stability, but maybe doesn't have the approval of their family or your family or friends. Ten of Pentacles in reverse can symbolize lack of approval from other people. So it could be that, you know, this person makes you really happy, but nobody else kind of supports that. I have to tell you, I went through that in my journey where, you know, my best friend told me, I don't want to hear anything about your counterpart ever again. I will never like that person. But, you know, she doesn't believe in spirituality. So we have the Magician. So the Magician points towards communication. It points towards something you've been manifesting coming in. If you've been manifesting communication, for example. Interesting. So let's see your person's energy. Your person's energy. We have the Four of Spheres. What was I saying with that card? I'm not sure if I can give you the answers you need yet. Four of Pentacles is like baby emperor energy. It's feeling not good. Like they're holding back from you. They're holding back from maybe healing. It's, you know, oh no, my best friend just told me someone stole their credit card. That sucks. That happened to me once. It sucked. Well, it happened to my partner, but I mean, we shared money, so it happened to me too. But anyway, Four of Pentacles, this person, a sense of lack in their life, lack of finances, lack of abundance, you know, karma. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups in reverse shows this person, you know, maybe even staying in an unhappy situation. With the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups in reverse, you know they're not happy, yet they're not moving. Let's see your energy. What's your energy? Interesting. We have the Four of Wands. So you're working on your own stability. You could be working on union within yourself, union with your higher self. I almost thought that was the Nine of Wands. So it does remind me of the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is about self-improvement. You could be working on your home. You could be getting a new home. You could be very focused on your own foundation. We have Death. So it feels like you're going through some type of transformation. Maybe you are moving. Maybe you're getting a new house, whatever that means to you. You're going through some type of rebirth, my friend. Maybe a stronger foundation, Four of Wands. All right, let's see. I want to see what's blocking this connection. What is blocking this counterpart connection? What is blocking this counterpart connection, Spirit? What is blocking this counterpart connection? We have the Emperor in reverse. Yes. Emperor in reverse and Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you, this person may be in an unhappy connection with someone where they have a fear of being alone. Maybe they don't, maybe like me, they were married. And they weren't, maybe they're not maybe they don't have, I almost said the balls, to put themselves first and to, you know, walk away from something that's not good. This person, one of the blockages could be parental wounding. I'm hearing with Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. I knew your person was in distorted masculine energy with that Four of Pentacles. I knew it. Not feeling like this divine masculine. So in reverse, this could be someone who, you know, wants to argue, believes there's a winner and a loser, believes they're right and you're wrong, doesn't want to compromise, you know. And again, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It could be that what's blocking this is that you need to embody this Queen of Pentacles. Maybe there's a business or a soul path you're meant to start. Maybe you don't quite know how to nurture and protect yourself yet and be independent. That could be one of your lessons. It was one of mine that I'm still working on. But that's what we're seeing. I think it's interesting how both of these cards came out. And you know, there's two of you. So again, motherhood wounds for your person or you. You could have mother wounds. Guilty, I have mother wounds. Lack of self-esteem, lack of finances blocking this. Lack of divine masculine energy. King of Pentacles on the bottom as well. So it feels like maybe this person needs to level up so they can match your energy. Again, father and mother wounds could be symbolic. A lot of twin flames have wounding from childhood or from past, you know, past connections. But yeah, let's see how is this person feeling about you right now? How is this person feeling about you right now? How is this person feeling about you right now? We have the King of Cups. Interesting. We have the King of Cups and the Two of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, there is a choice that needs to be made here. So for some of you, your person could have that other energy that we were talking about. King of Cups, this is someone who's realizing they have deep emotions for you. Two of Swords in reverse, it feels like they want to end the stagnancy between you and reveal something here to you with the King of Cups. Let's see how they're seeing you. Not how they're feeling about you. How are they seeing you? Ace of Spheres. So you look like you're on a new journey, new beginning. Maybe you have a new house, new job, new person. I almost said boyfriend, and I never say stuff that genders like that. I always say feminine, masculine. I don't mean gender. But I just heard boyfriend, so you could have a new boyfriend. When I hear something like that, very specific, I have to say it. Like yesterday, I was hearing, you do you, boo, and I kept saying it, and I was like, I never say that. Like, that's not something I've ever said. And someone was like, that's what I say. But yeah, I just heard my boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble. I don't know why I heard that. My boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey now. You know the song I mean? My boyfriend's back. Anyway, let's see how you're feeling about them. We have the Star, like you're connected to them, like you can't let them go. Hope. You must have hope for this if the Star card is coming out, my friend. You feel attached to this person, like you can't let them go, like you're always guided back to each other, and you have, deep down, you have hope for this person, that they'll evolve. The Hermit. So you hope that this person is reflecting and healing, but probably you can't tell because a lot of this happens in separation, so you don't know what's going on with your person. Let's see. What is your person reflecting about right now? I'm going to go to another part. We have emotional freedom. True emotional freedom is liberating in its ability to embrace individuality in yourself and others, your higher self. In modern society, we often encounter the notion that being single means you are free, while being in a relationship means you are not. Nothing could be further from the truth. Many single people feel trapped by loneliness and an inability to embrace certain aspects of life without a partner. Indeed, we often find that two people together may accomplish and enjoy much more of what the world has to offer than what was possible on their own. You have drawn this card today because deep down, you still believe or fear that being in a loving relationship will compromise your personal autonomy and emotional freedom. If this isn't you, this could be your person. This is very common for masculines. No matter how much you desire love and commitment on the one hand, there's a part of you that holds back because of this old feeling, Emperor in reverse. Alternatively, if you are already in a relationship, it's time to acknowledge that your partner is not really limiting or suppressing you. No one can truly control you. So this card is suggesting that it's time to reclaim your power, make healthier choices for yourself, and act upon them. Emperor energy, it is 13. True emotional freedom is not about keeping secrets from your mate. You may succeed in deceiving your partner, but you cannot deceive yourself in the long run. Rather, emotional freedom is about acknowledging the differing attitudes and perspectives each person holds and creating a relationship that can embrace them all. Then each of you will feel free to think, speak, and act authentically while sharing the uniqueness of your experience with each other. This generates a feeling of mutual support, care, and understanding, and leads to an amazing freedom that celebrates the truth of who you are. And it's on page 38, which is 11. Counterpart energy. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, my friends. I hope that resonated, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever it is when you find this. Remember to feed yourself and drink some water and rest, and don't overdo it, and tell yourself that you love yourself before you go to bed at night, okay? Tell yourself that you're amazing. And if you don't feel like telling yourself that, just say, Kelly thinks I'm amazing. Because I do. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. I will catch you on the flip side. I will catch you on the flip side of another card. No, that was horrible. Anyway, I love you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.